I'm here at the baby show with Jo Tantum, sleep expert. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
I'm sure there's a lot of women's ears have just perked up, and dads as well, just hearing those two words, sleep expert.
Yes.
It's a big field, isn't it, of minefield for a lot of people.
Yeah, the thing is with sleep is everybody wants sleep, especially new parents, and it's this whole elusive, how do we get it? And then you get the smug people that go, my baby's been sleeping
Oh,
through.
mine sleeps through the night.
Yes.
Makes me want to just go off.
But a lot of parents won't admit that their baby doesn't sleep through, and I think that's quite sad.
Yeah.
And instead of obviously supporting everybody, they kind of feel like they can't. You know, it's like the holy grail of sleep has actually, eluded them, and they can't actually say, my baby doesn't sleep, or is a really bad sleeper, because it maybe affects how they perceive themselves as a mum. They feel guilty.
They think that people are going to say, what are you doing wrong?
Absolutely. Yeah. So it's quite sad.
Yeah, well, I mean, the whole kind of no sleep thing is the fear's put into you from before you even have your baby. I've done it once now. I know what's coming, so I have real fear now, because I know that at least that first 6 weeks is going to be really, really tough. What are the top problems that you come across when you're helping people?
I think the main problem is people using sleep props. So sleep props are things that help your baby go to sleep.
Okay.
But actually, it's a short-term, fix, but actually creates a massive.
So is that things
problem.
like noisy animals that you put in the cot that make noises, or rocking them to sleep?
It's more about things that you have to physically do.
Okay.
So if you've got something like a sound machine or something, actually you physically don't need to do anything.
Fine. Okay.
It's things like feeding to sleep, rocking to sleep, patting to sleep, and also having a dummy to go to sleep. Of course, because if you've got a dummy in, it falls out. You're the one that's physically going to have to keep it back in. So that's sleep props.
And so what do you do to get around that? Just don't do it.
Well, I mean, if you've got a baby that has a sleep prop, I always say start from the beginning of the day, so get rid of that sleep prop. So you can get rid of a dummy up until about the age of sort of 6-7 months. After that, it's pretty much impossible, because that becomes a massive habit, and they're so intrinsically, they have to have that.
Right.
With feeding to sleep, I always say have a gap between the feeding and the sleeping.
Okay.
So once you've fed your baby, have a little playtime with them, have a chat to them, put them under an activity arch or something that you can actually break this feeding to sleep cycle.
Okay.
When they're tiny, it's really difficult, because of course they're fast asleep, and then you have to wake them up and you feel really bad.
Yeah.
But actually, if you then put them down to sleep, they probably only sleep a little time, and then they'd wake up and then you'd be not quite sure what to do, because they've had a feed and they've had a sleep. The other thing was obviously patting and rocking.
Right.
Now, if you've got a baby that's got a milk issue, like a dairy issue, or
reflux,
or a digestive issue, of course, holding and comforting them upright probably is the only way they're going to go to sleep. So of course, obviously, you have to help your baby to go to sleep. Now, obviously, go to your GP, get somebody to come and help you, see a paediatrician, because you need to fix those issues, because it's going to continue throughout your baby's life.
Okay.
And so obviously your baby's not happy, they're in pain, and they will wake often in the night time. And so, yes, if you've got a baby that's got those issues, obviously you need to deal with those, and then you need to help them fall asleep right away. But the main thing is just to help them fall asleep at the right time.
Okay.
Because the issue is overtiredness. Now, of course, if your baby's not feeling great and waking a lot in the night time, then you're going to be overtired too. And then it's the whole
That's
cycle.
often where you make the mistakes.
Yes,
I know I've come across mistakes where I've just been tired, and I've either just fed her back to sleep, or I let her in my bed when she was older, and then ended up with a new problem.
Well, you do, because you're so tired, you're so exhausted, you're so desperate, you'll do anything. I had a lady who had been told to get into her daughter's cot, because that was the issue. The daughter didn't like the cot, so she had to show her daughter that it was a nice place. And she did it, and I was quite overwhelmed at the fact that she actually did it. But she said to me, Jo, when you've got a baby that's not sleeping, you will do anything. If somebody said put cabbage leaves on the cot and lie on the cabbage leaves, I would have done it.
Do a rain dance.
Exactly. And that's the thing is, but the best news is you can get any baby sleeping better just by looking at what they're doing in the daytime, because daytime naps are the key. Every baby needs a nap. And a lot of parents say, oh, I'm going to keep my baby up all day because then they're going to sleep at night time, which is the worst myth and the worst piece of advice. that you can ever be given.
Sleep breeds sleep, doesn't
absolutely.
it? Yeah.
So making sure that your baby's going down at the right time for nap times, and then they're more likely to self-settle, and it's that self-settle. You know, people think, oh gosh, you know, I hate this word, hey, baby self-settles. But it is actually, babies learn how to do that, and you need to teach them how to self-settle. And it's all about learning how to fall asleep in their cot, or the Moses basket, but they're happy and they're contented and they're making little sleep noises, and then they go off themselves without you having to help them. So watch for your baby's tired signs, because that's another key thing. Babies will rub their eyes, they'll rub their ears. A lot of parents say, you know, is there something wrong with my baby's
Well, they think
ears?
they're teething, don't they?
Yes. And it's because it is a tired sign. They'll stare into space. I always say, you always call it the zone, because your baby's gone. They're not there, they're not with it.
Lights are on, no one's home.
And that's them starting to get into that sleep zone. So that's what they do just before they fall asleep. So watching for your baby's signs, and they get a bit grumbly and a bit grizzly, then taking them into the nursery, and then they can start having a really good nap. Blackout's so important. That's because it stimulates the baby. Light stimulates babies. They don't understand they have to close their eyes to go to sleep like we do. But what do we do when we go to bed?
Shut the curtains.
You know, why would we think that a baby going to sleep is so different to how we do? You know, we have a quilt and a pillow.
And the rest,
a baby needs a sleeping bag or a swaddle for nap times as well as night times. So it's all about getting the triggers for baby sleep, watching the signs that babies have before they go to sleep, and then you've got a baby that's really happy, that's relaxed and calm, and is going to fall off to sleep on their own, and they'll put that into practice at night time, and that's the key to getting them to sleep.
There we go. We need that key. We all need that key. Now, tell me a little bit about Sleep Angels just before we wrap up.
So I always was doing rescue packages, so that's support packages going out to sleep-deprived parents, 48 hours, 24 hours, 72 hours. My Sleep Angels are all experienced childcare professionals who go out and do the rescue packages now.
Saviours that will turn up at your house.
So so they go out and help sleep-deprived parents, and they're at the home of the Sleep Angels, which is Prestige Parenting, which is childcare staffing for anybody and everybody, and we do 365 days, 24/7.
Amazing. So if you are interested in finding out more about Sleep Angels, where can they go to?
They need to go to www.prestigeparenting.com or my website, which is jotantum.com.
Okay, and what else can we find out? Do you have a book? Do you have a...
I do. I have a book called Baby Secrets, which has been out for 10 years now this year. Which is a massive bestseller, and the next one is going to be Sleep Secrets, so watch this space.
Okay, fantastic. Jo, thank you so much for speaking to us, and we shall see you on another video from Hey Mummy really, really soon.